What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the DUDEPOOL Gamescast. I'm the host with the most, the man with the plan. They call me the Dude 250, also known as Nikki D. Hanging on the couch with me, as always, none other than the video game Schwarzenegger, the Taylor Sager, coming all the way from the UK. He is the foundation of the DUDEPOOL Nation. Known online as Brutal Nature, he is Danny Peel.
Hello.
Happening beautiful.
Nothing too much. We're just chilling, brother.
That's right, we are. Danny Sex Appeal.
That was a nice little way to...
That was your official sound effect. That was my homie David texting me about the Division. He's having a good time with it.
Yeah, right on.
I will put my phone on silent.
Cool.
So, everybody's doing good?
Yeah, man.
Good. How are you, Achilles? Meow. He said he's doing good.
Good. I'm pleased.
Yeah, man. Danny, how's Street Fighter? You bought it. You're the only one that played it so far.
The gameplay and everything, the graphics, everything's very, very good. But we'll probably talk a little bit about that shortly.
Nice. But you're enjoying it?
Yeah, I like it a lot, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll just jump into the topic for the day, for this episode. And that's going to go over to me. And my topic, B's Firewatch. And not so much the story, so there's no spoilers here for who hasn't played it, because I don't want to spoil that for anybody, because that's the main hook of the game, is the story. I fucking loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. It's super, super cool. It's only $20. I was pretty impressed with that because I thought for sure it was going to come out at like maybe a $40, $50 price tag with the amount of press it was getting. But it wasn't. It was $19.99. I thought that was a steal of a deal. It probably took me about three and a half hours to get through, which isn't terribly long, but what was there was engaging enough that I wanted to keep going and see where the story was gonna go, which was super cool. The voice acting is fucking on point in that game. Like, it's some of the best I've seen in like, it's right up there with The Last of Us and a few other games of notable.
It's really good,
yeah. Oh fuck, it's really, really well done. Especially because that's pretty much the whole game. There are no real gameplay mechanics other than walking and picking up a couple things. That's it.
Yeah, it's very adventure game style.
It really is. It's like a Telltale game, but from a first-person perspective, which I think, like, that's kind of where I want to go with this topic, is why I was able to be so actively engaged with Firewatch, but, like, I have to force myself to play a Telltale game, kind of, like, right? And I think is that, like, the production values in a Telltale game are really, really well done. The art styles are usually really cool. The voice acting is always really, really well done. The stories are good, right? And I think that Telltale is a bit more of a choose-your-own-adventure than Firewatch. Yeah. Because I was thinking about it. After I finished Firewatch, yeah, you can do conversations slightly differently, but I really don't think it changes the story at all. I think it's just one clear narrative through the whole thing. Where Telltale is kind of your own. Yeah. Right?
Yep. I mean, Telltale still has the same sort of thing where, like, you can go through a million different scenarios. You're probably still going to end up in the same spot. Yeah. Regardless of what you do. But the difference is that in, like, Telltale, you will lose characters or, like, completely miss whole sections of the game, or like have other characters join you, or other things like that, or like have a different, like, last boss almost. Is kind of something there, but it's always the same sort of end goal.
Like, the overarching narrative is the same.
It's
totally,
the same regardless of what you do. Yeah. But I think that Firewatch did that really well, especially for how short it was. I mean, it's about as long as maybe 1 or 2 episodes of a Telltale game. Yeah. And they fit, like, the whole story into that amount of time, which is really, really good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like it. I like that there's this change, or like there's the two things. Like, you can get those 80-hour, 100-hour Fallout 4s or MGS 5s, and then you can get just this quick little 3-hour thing
Mm-hmm.
that, in my opinion, I mean, it gave me enough of a feeling or like enough of like an experience from it to be on par, I guess, with that sort of game, with like a AAA game that's like 100 hours. Like I feel like I got enough out of it for that $20.
You got your $20 worth. Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
I got more than the $20 out of it, which
I think
is
so
what
as
I
well.
always look for in a game, getting more out of it than what I put into it, I guess, essentially. Or
there was a lot of people online bitching about how short it was, and like getting refunds on Steam, like because you can get a refund on Steam if you play a game for 3 hours or less, you can get a refund. So people were beating it and getting a Steam refund and shit.
That's
Wow.
like, yeah, I think that's pretty fucking evil,
That's
man.
rough.
Like nobody hated the game. They were bitching at how short it was, which is a good thing because it means you wanted more. Doesn't that mean that isn't that a good thing? And like, it was only $20 for 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on how thorough you were at exploring and how much you wanted to sit there and look at some of the vistas and stuff.
Yeah.
$20 is what, maybe a third of what a game normally costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Far Cry Primal
And, like,
$79.99.
Yeah, like you can get Call of Duty campaigns that are only 5 or 6 hours long, right? And if you don't touch the multiplayer, that's all you get for $60 plus tax or whatever, right? So I think Firewatch was priced accordingly, and anybody that got that refund, like, fucking shame on you, especially if you enjoyed the game.
Yeah,
you know?
that's rough. That's That's you're chinsing those guys out. Like
because they're a small team.
Yeah, they're not
too.
a big developer either. It's not like they have money to make another game. If
no,
this
they
one
were
fails,
they were
so
like a conglomerate of game makers that just came together and had this core idea, and they just stuck to it. They did this big article about it.
Yeah, I think that like giving those guys money is extremely important. I think especially in game development and like any small business that's trying to do something that's a little bit different than what those big businesses are doing.
Put your money where your mouth is. If you liked it, you should support it. And you know,
and it's the same with smaller bands and stuff like that. Like if you find a band that you really like, I mean, I feel like you should pay them the money for their music, right? Like,
I also think it should make Steam take a step back and actually look at that refund thing, because it's great for consumers until they start fucking over the developers.
Well, if someone finishes a game, they shouldn't be allowed to get a refund for it.
Well, that's
if you see
right.
The credits roll,
right.
You shouldn't
it shouldn't be
to.
like a timed thing, because not every game. Like, you know, like I could probably burn through Shovel Knight in a few hours.
Yeah.
You know?
That's got to be a long game.
Huh?
That's got to be a long game.
Have you played it?
No,
it's
but I mean,
not that long.
Really?
I could beat that in 5 or 6 hours.
Fuck, I thought it would be like Mario 3.
Mario 3 you can beat in like an hour and a half.
You can beat it in 8 minutes if you use the flute. And,
but even without them, I could get through all 8 stages pretty fucking quick. Yeah, NES games are not long. They only have so much flash memory on them, man.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like 8 worlds of what? 20 levels each?
What makes that if you memorize that game, it's really not hard. It's really not.
Right.
The difference is like if you keep dying, then you're
okay. So if you spend upwards of hundreds of hours on a game, then you can beat it in an hour if you try it. Like, that's
No, you're just referring to NES games, and I can get through any Mario game pretty fucking quick.
It's just because Shovel Knight and Mario are very similar as far as
you can get through any one of those games pretty quick. You can speed run the fuck out of Shovel Knight, man. It's just a 2D platform. But we're getting off topic now. There's a bunch of games you can burn through in a couple hours.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. The list carries on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you could essentially get refunds on all of the singular Telltale games. Like, if you bought each episode by itself, you're going to beat it in less than 3 hours, so you could get that money back, essentially, right? If you buy it on Steam. Is that the idea?
Apparently, yeah. If you play any game for less than 2 hours, you can get a refund for any reason.
Yeah, I don't think there's any episodes in Telltale games that are longer than like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it all depends on how much you actually sit there and look at things.
But that's the thing, in like Telltale, it kind of like you have a time limit to make a dialogue choice, and then a video, a cutscene goes, and you have time.
But there's also parts like The Walking Dead, for instance, where you're actually walking around and checking shit out. So I mean, it's all circumstantial.
That is, yeah. If in those areas,
you could speed run the shit out of them, though.
You can't skip any movies or anything. Like, it has to take a certain amount of time with those Telltale games. It's more like a TV show than it is like a game in that sense.
Yeah, but you could speed run anything. That's what I'm saying. You could make it as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And
But
burn
it's-
through it in an hour. Like
It's
you just
not
said.
gonna like with Telltale. It's not gonna be that fast. That's what I'm saying. Like most of the games.
You just said they were all an hour or so.
They're all like the
that's
max
what I'm saying.
is 2
If
hours.
you were
but
trying to get the
can't-
refund, you would try your hardest to speed run it.
Yeah, you can't take it down that much. That's what I'm saying with those games. Like there's only those few times when you're in the adventure mode that you could sit there for an hour.
Yeah.
But like that's maybe 4 or 5 times in the whole season.
Yeah,
right?
I've only played The Walking Dead anyway because
Yeah.
they bore the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I think
Anyway,
that's
back to
ridiculous.
Firewatch. It was so fucking well done, though. The voice acting was like I wanted to. I can't really play the Telltale games because they bore the shit out of me. It's a lot of listening and stuff. I think the first person perspective and being in the shoes of Henry really, really, really helped because you're always actively doing something and not just pressing a button for a dialogue option like a choose your own adventure novel, right? I think that went a long way of keeping me active and engaged in the story.
Yeah, being able to like control the camera, even just that is like being able to look around and like, and you're not just like watching. You're not just watching what's going on and hitting X at the right time or whatever. You're actually you are actively having to do things to make the story, which is nice. Yeah, I like that about first person adventure games.
Also, me and Taylor both played it this way. You turn the the option off where it can show your position on the map. You turn that off and you just use the map to actually guide yourself around.
Yeah, you use your map and your compass.
So cool,
like you normally would if you were in real life.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, man. It makes it that much more immersive. It was really, really cool.
Nice.
You get lost in the woods and then you start coming up with your own markers. Like, oh, I remember that rock or that outcropping. You know, like I turn left here or whatever. It was super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of too many games that are like that. Even that just kind of like throw you into like an open world with just a really engaging story that's it. Like it's like you can explore this beautiful place, but like there's just the one story that you're going to be going through.
The Witcher 3 is one that it's not terribly like that, but it was definitely improved by turning the mini map off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're not just staring at that thing, watching where you're going. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is.
That's one that's kind of relatable.
Yeah. It's got those beautiful landscapes as well in a more detailed and realistic way. And I mean that game is it's game of the year, right? So
not mine. Rocket League.
Yeah, it's that's a great game. I like the way that they did that game as well. That one's quite a bit long.
I really like the art style of Firewatch.
Definitely.
It's
cell shaded, I guess.
I believe so. I don't know.
Yeah, it
beats shit out of me, but it's pretty to look at, and there's some pretty cool vistas and stuff. Like, I definitely enjoyed just checking that world out, even if there was. I'd walk around and find nothing, but I'm like, I just had a good time doing it. It was really weird. I don't know. It was so well done. Like, I'm not... Like, Danny, you played Dear Esther and all those other, for lack of a better term, walking simulators.
Sure.
I never really got into them, but now it's like I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I want to go back and play those now.
Sure.
Like Gone Home and Dear Esther and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just to see if the writing was as engaging for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited now for Adrift that's coming.
Yeah.
I guess this year, isn't it?
Is that coming to like outside of VR or is that just VR?
No, it's definitely coming to just straight PlayStation for sure.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm really excited for that because it's similar first-person adventure game. It doesn't seem like there's going to be very much dialogue in this one though.
It doesn't sound like there's narrative at all. You're just exploring space.
Well,
that's
it's like an exploded space station and you're surviving is what it is. It's kind of like Gravity where you have to make your way to something to save your own life or whatever, right? And you only have so much oxygen and you have to find oxygen tanks and stuff
that's
like
cool.
that. Yeah, that one looks really cool.
I don't know if I'd want to play it on PlayStation.
I would definitely rather play it VR for sure.
It looks like that's what it's built for.
If I could build my own VR bundle for them to sell, it would be the VR, like the PlayStation VR and Adrift bundled together for sure. I would buy that bundle.
You haven't played it yet, so
I've seen a lot of trailers though, and I like the idea that
what I'm saying is, if you're only gonna have one game bundled with it, that one doesn't look like a long one.
But they never really give you like the best game.
You need
bundled or
replayability.
whatever, right? Like, I got the PS4 bundled with a game that I already had for the PS3, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that they're gonna bundle it with like, I don't know, Fallout 4 if that's gonna be VR or whatever. Like,
no, but like maybe that online shooter or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Right? Something with some replayability would be nice. Because it's going to be expensive. You'll probably only afford the one game right off the bat,
like
you know? So I don't want it to be a 2-hour
$600.
experience and put it down, and then it's like, okay, I got to go buy games.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though that would make a good marketing point. It makes sense. Yeah.
It certainly would show off the VR capabilities.
Firewatch would have been fucking sweet in VR.
Yeah, it would be
that would have been a great
similar.
game. It would be very similar to Adrift, yeah, but it's just like getting lost in the woods and looking down to look at your map and stuff.
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I really felt like talking about Firewatch, just giving it a bit of praise and figuring out why I can play that, but I can't play a Telltale game for the life of me. I just have to force myself to do it. It's very interesting.
I think that the content in that Firewatch, or like it's certainly a lot more compressed in Firewatch, because like I said, it's only about as long as 2 of the 5 or 6 episodes that you normally get in a season.
Right.
So like instead of playing through 7 or 8 hours to get the full story, you really only have to play through 2 or 3.
Well, sort of. I mean, the gameplay mechanics in Telltale games bore the shit out of me too. They're just like button prompts and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah, quick time events.
I'll go read a book, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I like, I really like those choose your own adventures when I was a kid, like the Goosebumps ones and stuff like that. So that's what I really like about that.
Yeah, no, I could see the appeal to it. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I was so into them last year. I bought all of them. And then I beat Tales of the Borderlands, and the Minecraft one came out, and I have not had any inclination to buy it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just
also,
like,
it's been getting kind of middling reviews from people that like previously loved all of the Telltale games, so it's
that doesn't help.
No,
but I
doesn't
mean,
help
even
at all.
before I read those, I was like, I just don't really feel like it right now.
I don't know if Minecraft was ever the game that needed a story.
No, but I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I saw the trailers for it and stuff, and it looked kind of cool, very Goonies style, which is what I like. But I don't know. It's just not. It's not for me. I don't think.
That's
now.
fair.
I mean, I'm sure I would enjoy it if I got the whole thing. Maybe I will down the road, but right now I'm just not. I just feel no desire to play it, which is weird compared to like how excited I was for like the Game of Thrones episodes to come out. And
Yeah, but that's also different. Those are properties that you fucking love. Like, you love Game of Thrones.
Well, I played the shit out of Minecraft.
Sure, but not because of any kind of story or narrative. Like, when they brought an actual original narrative to, say, The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or Borderlands, those are properties you cared about stories in, and you're like, ooh, I get to make my own story in a property that I love. I think that's a better hook than Minecraft.
Yeah, but it was when the way that I saw the advertising for the Minecraft one, it was like yeah, Minecraft, now it has a story. Who cares? This story's written
who cares?
and voice acted by a lot of the people from the Goonies. So now this is really exciting to me because I want to get like this is now.
I feel like that's a cheap hook-esque
movie. Yeah, but again, they're just taking that license that you like the ideas from. Or whatever,
this is the first time I've ever heard the Minecraft thing be equated to the Goonies. So I don't think it was a big marketing campaign then.
No,
I never heard that shit.
It was like definitely a part of it. Yeah, no, and like that's why they got
big
voice actors from the actual movie Goonies to voice act the characters and shit like that, and they got writers as well.
Who fucking cares? What's Chunk been doing?
I don't think they got Chunk, but, and they definitely didn't. They definitely didn't get Samwise. So
no Sean Astin,
and
so
no
who the fuck cares?
And no Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
either.
Who fucking cares? They get the little Asian kid that hasn't worked since then.
Yeah,
like the little wannabe short round.
He was short round.
I thought so. Yeah. Well, that's that. Firewatch, great game.
Yeah, Firewatch. Get it before you get Minecraft.
Danny, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it after you play it.
Right on.
You're gonna enjoy it, Danny.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Give it a go.
Will do.
Firewatch, DUDEPOOL approved. As always, if you enjoyed the topic, make sure you hit the like button at the bottom, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button to see more of our pretty faces.
And this guy's.
Check us out on Twitter at DUDEPOOL Gaming, and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/
Official DUDEPOOL Gaming.
Official DUDEPOOL Gaming. That's
what it is. We're official now.
Facebook.com/ official DUDEPOOL Gaming. And from us to you, go fuck yourself. We'll talk to you next time.
I love you guys. See you later.